Hi, it's Julie. Welcome back. Today I want to bring some solutions to some issues that you might face this fall and winter as mature women. The first one is something that I have just experienced this last winter with my toenails. I was taking off the nail polish and all of a sudden I saw a white stain, it looked like, or white kind of a chalkiness to the tops of my toenails that's really unappealing. And it made me so self-conscious that I always wanted to have nail polish on because they just looked like I almost had a nail fungus, which it's not a nail fungus. What it is it's keratin granulation, and it happens because the top layers of your nail become dried out and dehydrated, and the molecules just change. So it isn't something you can file away. It has to completely grow out. It's not dangerous. There's really only a couple things you can do, and now is the time to do it. What you want to do is give your toenails a rest from polish, which I don't like to do. I love to always have nail polish on, but this is the way you're going to heal and treat your toenails. So what you need to do, if you're willing to do it, is to not wear your nail polish on your toenails for as long as possible. It's the acetone in the remover, the nail polish remover, also inside of the nail polish itself. I was using a non-acetone nail polish remover, so I thought, how can this be? Why are my toenails in such poor shape? But regardless, they get dried out from wearing the nail polish and using nail polish remover. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a cuticle oil on my nails right before I go to bed, and then in the morning after I shower, or just in the morning before I get dressed, a few minutes before I get dressed, so that it can absorb a little bit. I'm using this Sally Hansen Color Therapy Nail and Cuticle Oil, and then I'm also sometimes using this organic jojoba oil that I picked up at Whole Foods, but you can get jojoba oil almost anywhere, but I do like the organic kind, and you use the smallest amount. Just run it over the tops of your nails and massage it in a little bit. This is really nice and easy, especially before you go to bed. You can put on a fairly thin coat since it's got this just a regular nail polish brush on it, and they should be much healthier when the warmer weather comes around in the spring and I'm ready to wear nail polish again. Number 2 is dull skin, and so what I'm doing while I'm not self-tanning this fall and winter, I'm going to be using some acids on my skin, which are great to use. They're going to turn over those cells so you'll have nice, fresh, young cells on the outside of your skin. It's going to help a little bit with the dullness. If you have any flaking, if you have a little more crepiness than you're used to, it's going to help a little bit with all of that. So I'm using the Alpha Skincare 12% glycolic acid renewal body lotion, which is wonderful. You can order it through ULTA. You can get it on Amazon. I love this. I also really like Glytone's exfoliating body lotion, and this is 17.5 free acid value. You do have to be careful that you don't have any cuts or nicks or have just shaved. You don't want to put that right against that sensitive skin because it will sting really bad, because this does actually eat away at those dry, dead skin cells. So it really does the job at smoothing your skin out. Another thing you can do is you can use a thicker body lotion. I love the CeraVe moisturizing cream, but what I will do is I will go ahead and pump that into my hand, put a few drops of this. It's from The Ordinary. It is their Gran Active Retinoid 2% in squalane. So I'll put a few drops in with the body lotion, mix it around, and go ahead and put that all over my body. And you're getting some retinoid there, which is, again, will turn over those skin cells a little bit quicker. Either using the AHAs or using the retinoid, you definitely want to, if you're out in the sun, it doesn't matter if it's fall or winter sun, you still need to use a good sunscreen on your body, especially if you're using these active products. And then number 3 would be your lips. Our lips get so dried out and flaky when the heaters come on and the weather is less humid, and our lips really show it. So what I've been loving, and I've used this for a while, it's a simple thing that I picked up at Target, and it's by Revlon, and it's called Revlon Kiss Exfoliating Balm. You can see I've been using it. It's this great sugar exfoliation. Another option if you don't want to buy a separate product is if you use a soft toothbrush like this one from EcoKiss, go ahead and while your lips are still wet, go ahead and gently exfoliate them, and that should do the trick as well. And then you definitely want to nurture your lips in the evening before you go to bed. Apply a really nice, thick, rich balm on your lips. My absolute favorite, and I have used almost everything that's out there that you can think of, drugstore and higher end. My very favorite is by Bite, and it's their agave lip mask. It's all natural, it's actually edible, and it's really thick. This little tube lasts a very, very long time. Even though it's kind of pricey, use the smallest amount. It's very thick. It's hard to even push up out of the tube sometimes. Very thick, it looks like that, and it just goes on. It's very tacky, it is very sticky, but it will stay on your lips all night long. You don't wake up in the morning and think, I didn't put anything on my lips. You still feel that nice moisture, and it's all sealed in on your lips overnight. So I definitely would recommend that. Then number 4 is a drier face. Whether you're oily, normal, or dry, naturally, in the fall and winter, your skin will begin to feel drier. And I would highly recommend doing a few simple things. One is to add a face mist and or a serum, depending on how dry you are. I love this facial mist by Aven. It's their thermal spring water mist. It's got the best fine mist. I will come out of the shower, or after I wash my face, I will mist on my face and neck, pat it in, and then I start right away with my moisturizers. Your skin is damp and it will readily absorb all of that goodness, and having the extra moisture is really, really good. The serums I have in my rotation right now, here are a couple of them. I have 3 or 4, and here are 2 of them. One is the Urea Moisture Lotion. This one I get from Japan. It's just like water. If you don't use a serum, what you would do is you would wash your face, you would put a couple drops in your hand. See, it's really runny. Pat that into your face, neck. You can bring it down onto your décolletage, the backs of your hands. All of the areas that you pat on will benefit from that extra moisture. And then another one I love is by I'm From, and it's their rice toner. These are both, this one's Korean. It's got a lot of rice in it, which is nice and brightening, and that helps reduce pigmentation on your skin over time, just discoloration, give you a more even skin tone. So it's got about the same consistency. Whoops, it dripped. So that, as well as your regular normal daily moisturizer that you use, will really help you to retain moisture in your skin during these harsher months. And then also, if you use a more mattifying facial sunscreen, you might want to switch to something more emollient. This is my absolute favorite by Josie Maran. It's the Argan Daily Moisturizer. It's called a moisturizer. I use it as a separate step as my sunscreen, and it's SPF 47. It's the Protect and Perfect, which is tinted, and I love this. This is definitely added moisture for you. It's got a nice natural slight glow. It does dry down a bit, but it's really, really a nice sunscreen. And I would highly recommend it if you're finding that once you put on your matte sunscreen, all of a sudden your skin looks very dry. This is something that you might want to be looking into. If you don't already use a mist or a serum at night, I would highly recommend going ahead and adding that step as well. I have been including this into my rotation of moisturizers at night, and it's the CeraVe Skin Renewing Night Cream. It's this small tub. At first I didn't like it, but I've come to really appreciate it because when I wake up in the morning, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it does take a little bit more to rub into your skin. It is quite thick. But if you're willing to put up with that thick texture at night, you're not going to see anybody. You're going right to bed. I don't find that this gets on my pillowcase or anything. I put it on, and in the morning is when I see the payoff. I'll touch my face, and it feels so good that I have continued to use this. At first, like the first night I put it on, I thought, no, it's too thick. I don't like it. I don't know why anyone would recommend it. But now I understand, and I really like it. So I got a backup of it, and I will definitely be using this throughout the winter time. But I am adding those thinner, more liquidy serums and mists and actives at night. that are easily absorbed, and then I lock it all in with something like this. So those are my recommendations for this fall and winter. I hope some of those would be helpful for you, and I will see you soon.